Welcome to this Friday oil drip chat. Today we are talking about seasonal discomforts, which is also known as allergies. And we wanted to share some of doTERRA's oils and also natural products that we have that can really help with anybody who suffers from these seasonal discomforts. Let me see if Linda's ready to jump on here with me. Hi, Linda.
Hi.
Well, that was a speedy connection right there.
Oh, good.
So today we're talking a little bit about our oils and products that we have that are really good for allergies, and also little kits that are available for those loyalty reward members that aren't available for people who just order the standard orders, and how those are really great money saving kits as well.
So we're talking about allergies or seasonal threats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just heard on the news that in the next couple of weeks, the pollen count is going down until ragweed starts. So I'm not sure what kind of relief we're going to get. You know, I was thinking way back, let's see, I think my oldest daughter is about your age. And so when she was little, I think in fourth grade, she came home and she would be at school and her nose would just start bleeding. She'd be sitting in class and it would start bleeding. And we never knew when these nosebleeds were going to start. And so after a trip to the doctor and being tested for allergy with all those pin dots on your back, she was diagnosed with allergies. And I remember that we began giving her shots. And I had to learn how to give allergy shots. And it was really, or we would take her in, but it got so that she didn't like them because right after the shot, it would be horrible. The the effects from allergies would just like be intensified for the first day or so. And so it's like, all right, we've come a long way from that. And there are people, I believe, that still do take allergy shots.
Yeah.
But we started eliminating things like we didn't have live Christmas trees anymore. We haven't had one since those days. And because, dusts and molds, they're everywhere. So it can be very frustrating when these seasonal threats come and we have to deal with them. So I've been thankful to, take another look at some of the possibilities that we have for dealing with those kind of seasonal threats.
Yes, and I'm in a situation where my daughter was in the sixth grade this year, and she would call me from school, and I have a horrible headache today, and so she was really dealing with allergies this year. So we used quite a bit of the doTERRA products for her as well to help her get through that. So I understand that. Yeah. Well, the doTERRA products that are good for the allergies, we put up a post on Wednesday, and it highlighted that you can make your own capsule of 3 oils that are really powerful for fighting back against allergies. And that was our lemon, our peppermint, and also our lavender. Those are our 3 ones that are great for fighting allergies. You can also buy a product that's already in a capsule, and that's the Try Ease. And that has those 3 oils already in it. And there it is. And they say that there's about 6 drops of oil in one of those capsules. So that's how much you're getting. And I think the recommendation is about 3 drops of each one if you're going to make your own capsule. So with it all mixed together inside the capsule, it ends up being about 6 drops of that combination. And those are those Tri-Ease. They're natural, so you can't overdo it with those. But they say they recommend, I think it's 1 to 2 a day. And if you need more than that, you can do more.
Yeah, 1 to 2 per day as needed.
Okay. Yeah, so if you want the ease of not making your own capsules, that would be a great solution for that. And we call that our seasonal blend. Now, it's not included in a lot of the recipes out there or in the Tri-Ease, but another oil that my dog, if he's making crazy noises, you can hear him. I think he also has she has allergies. So she's always trying to like clear her throat, and she didn't do that during the winter. So I do think she has allergies. But Melaleuca or tea tree oil, that's another oil that's a really good to also add in to that combination of those 3 oils. And I thought it would be nice too, maybe if we told them a little bit about what the lavender and the tea tree, peppermint, and lemon sort of do for the body, why that combination is so good. So with lemon being a citrus oil, what do you think that one does, Linda?
Well, I think that would be the one that sort of cleanses and cleans your system.
Yep, that's right.
That would,
and then the lavender.
I think that would be the one that sort of calms things down.
That's right. Yes. And peppermint?
Well, peppermint would be the one that sort of refreshes, maybe.
That cooling kind of like opens up the airways.
Right.
And then the tea tree, that's kind of like a protection. That one always fights off the germs, the bacteria, and all of those things. So like you mentioned earlier, mold being everywhere. The tea tree would be really good for that. So yeah, it kind of makes, if you know those 3 oils, you know what they do. So when you combine them, that makes a powerful antihistamine against the allergies.
Right.
My daughter is now doing open gyms for volleyball, and that means there's lots of conditioning and running, and she's not used to that. She's never enjoyed a sport where there was lots of running. So this is new to her, that she has to go and do all these sprints and she comes home and she thinks she's dying because she's not used to this sort of exercise. And so she says, I don't want to go back. I'm like, but you like volleyball. But I don't like the conditioning. I really hate it. And I said, nobody enjoys exercise, but they like how they feel after exercise. And she goes, but I can't breathe so much that I can't breathe. So before I sent her to practice yesterday, I said, okay, we're going to do something different. We're going to put the breathe stick. We rubbed that on her chest before she went to practice. So when she started to get to a point where her breathing was affected, there it is. It helps keep that open and kept her airways, feeling like they weren't closing down on her. So I don't know if it helped or not, but she came home from practice. Someone brought her home and she was smiling, which hasn't happened at all since I've been picking her up. She was smiling and she said, Mom, I was not the last one running. I beat like 3 people and it didn't hurt as much this time. And she was just so happy and so excited for herself. So I'm like, must have been those oils she used.
Definitely, definitely.
Yes. So that's just a little highlight, personal story of that breeze stick. But we all love the breeze stick when we're not feeling our best. Maybe we're congested or we've got a cold, and that breeze stick helps opening those airways. But the same thing goes for allergies too. That's a great thing to reach for when we have an allergy that's causing us to be all stuffed up and we can't breathe, and maybe our nose is running or eyes are running. Whenever my kids get those itchy eyes, I always make them either use the breathe stick or the breathe oil and just sit there and inhale it. We can't put anything on their eyes, but if they breathe those oils in, it does help with those itchy eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think of the breathe respiratory drops? They're kind of like our cough drops. What do you think of those?
Well, I always keep some handy, and um, and I have used them from time to time if I really need something for breathing. It's a good thing to have to suck on, and so I do always I make sure that I have them in my cupboard so that I have them available. And I like them because they're not like sweet.
Yeah.
A lot of cough drops and things are, but they definitely, I mean, they have the lemon and they have the peppermint and cardamom. You know, when we were doing this, cardamom was another one that I started looking at, and it's like, oh, cardamom was one that we don't use so much, but that is in here, and that could actually also be used as a part of a regimen to help with allergies. And it has eucalyptus and thyme and melissa. So there are times when I put a drop of melissa under my tongue, and it's sort of peppery, and it's like, whoa. But it's also right here in this. So I always keep some available just because when they're needed, I want them available. It's not something I take on a daily basis, but I do have them for when I really need them.
Right. So. Yes. It's a favorite in our house. If we're not feeling well and we need, we could choose either the On Guard. I don't know if we call them cough drops, but the On Guard drops, or we could choose the Breathe. And kids and I, we don't really prefer the On Guard. It's just so strong, but we do really like the Breathe. It's softer, and it just helps calm those airways and helps with that. So I really like that product. Now, have you ever thought about the PB Assist and how that would help with allergies?
I have not.
Yeah, we've highlighted the PB Assist before, and we've talked about how it gets in your gut and really helps boost your immune system and clean things out. But I guess we've never incorporated the topic of allergies with the PB Assist. So that would be another one that if you know you're gonna struggle with allergies when springtime rolls around or early summer, that might be one to start incorporating into your everyday supplements. If you only take the PB Assist maybe 1 week a month, maybe instead get enough supply that you could take it consistently throughout those high allergy seasons. And that would really help protect you as well.
So what is it about that protects you?
Well, I'm thinking kind of like the lemon's job is to go in and cleanse out any of those toxins that get into your body. And an allergy to pollen or whatever it is your body reacting to something that it's not accepting like it's a foreign thing in your body, and your body is guarding up against it and it's trying to get rid of it, but it needs these supplies, the lemon and the PB Assist, to have that extra tool to help flush out your body and get rid of those things that are foreign to the body.
Yeah, I was also thinking that I remember taking Symphony of the Cells and talked about how usually all of these things are relate to a gut problem, and so you know, they come out in a lot of different ways, and so the foods that we actually eat can have allergies too, and so PB Assist is actually having to do with gut cleansing, and so in that way it also, I think, can be very protective in helping us combat the allergies, the seasonal threats that we face.
Yeah, I believe so. So all of those products that we just talked about, the oils and the products, those are all sold in this wonderful kit, and they call it the Seasonal Threat Kit. But the only way you can get it is if you're a loyalty member and you place a monthly order through Loyalty Rewards. That's how you can get all of those products together. And that the cost for all of those together is $135. So it's a savings compared to purchasing everything individually. If I had to guess off the top of my head, those 3 oils that are in there, probably close to $100 for just the 3 oils. So it's definitely a great savings. And just like we said, these may not be things that you take every day, but having them on hand when those allergies hit is great. So these are natural medicine cabinet things that you want to stock up on.
And so we might want to tell you how to get to that, because I have not always known how do I get to those things that are for LRP. And so if you actually would go to on your menu board to kits and collections, and then you would look at over there loyalty reward kits, that is where you would find it. And you might discover some other things that would be very helpful too, but that would be the place where you could do it. So just go to kits and collections and then loyalty reward kits, and you would find those things. So
yeah, I was looking to see if there's anything else. There used to be a set that I would get on the loyalty rewards with the lotion. I don't know if that one is still available or not. I'm looking real quick to see if it's still here. I haven't gotten it in a while. I don't think it is. There's just so many kits, and
yeah,
they don't normally highlight these.
Right. But yeah, you know, there is another set of kits that I thought also might be helpful, and that are the respiratory wellness program kits. Now there's a series of 3 of them that you could buy, and now they are like $75, and so you could do one a month, and then you would have all 3 of them. But when I looked at those kits, the first kit actually includes Breathe that we're talking about, and it also includes the Breathe drops and peppermint beadlets, because that's another thing. I think if you were experiencing and you didn't have the respiratory drops, just put some beadlets into your mouth. And then it also includes cardamom and lime, and they actually, in the first one, has a personal diffuser. And so, I mean, the second kit actually would have your Tri-Ease capsules. And the one thing I liked about the second kit was it has a shower diffuser, a little passive
yeah.
shower diffuser for you to set in the shower and I would put a couple of drops of eucalyptus on, and that's really good for clearing.
That would be nice.
And the third one also includes another oil that I thought I had here, and was like Air X.
Oh yeah.
Because, you know, if you're around your house, having a diffuser going, Air X is another one to help purify your air and keep it clean. And so those are just some possibilities where you can build up your own supply of products that are very helpful to you at this time.
Yeah. Well, I hope everybody's learned something new today about these little hidden treasures that we have in our ordering system. And if you're an allergy sufferer, hopefully you can find whichever product with doTERRA is the right one for you. It might not be all of them. You might find one that really works well. And everybody's body is different. So you might find that you need to take Tri-Ease every day, twice a day. You might find that you need 3 a day. You just kind of have to play around and figure out what your body wants and needs so that you can get that balance. All right. Well, thanks for joining me today for this oil chat, Linda. We will be back again next week. See you then.